Moscow Bears, and welcome to our 12th podcast. Today's date is May 22nd, 2020. Please rise and remove hats for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Hayden, it is time for the fact of the day.
All right. This is a very serious fact. I want you to take this very seriously.
We will.
Mr. Hoaxing has brought to light what he calls it's a day of utter mayhem.
Right.
The
Utter
day
mayhem.
of reckoning.
Okay.
All right. On April 14th, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. On April 14th, the Titanic also sunk. And on April 14th, Sam Hochstein was born.
No way. What?
That's crazy.
He was born on April 14th.
The Mr. Hochstein?
The Sam Hochstein.
The same day that Lincoln was shot. And that a big boat lost to an iceberg.
I would just also like to mention that Hochstein means high stones in Dutch.
Thank you, Lane.
I told you to take this seriously.
You've ruined the fact of the day, Lane. All right, moving on to our teacher announcements. Miss Lyon would like to tell students that they will be able to retrieve their locker contents next week based on the following schedule. Textbook and Chromebook return will happen the first week of June, and she'll send out more information about that soon. So on May 20th, so it's going to happen May 26th to the 29th, and that's tentative based on social distancing restrictions in Moscow. So on May 26th, freshmen with last names A through C will come in at 9 o'clock to empty out their lockers. Then D through G will be at 10 o'clock, H through K at 11, L through O at 12, and then P through Z at 1. And then sophomores are on the 27th, and that's the same thing, A through C, D through G, H through K. And then juniors are on the 28th, and seniors are on the 29th. Students who miss this window will then be able to schedule a time with Trudy to clean out their lockers.
Nice. All right, and then Mr. Perryman would also like to add, seniors can also do their locker refunds on the same day as the locker clean out, so just keep that in mind.
Oh, that was the lunch bell. What do you have for us today?
We're going south of the border for this one.
Ooh.
As we often do.
We often go south of the border for this one.
Hola.
All right. So today we're going to talk about nachos. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You boys have had nachos before.
I've had nachos, yeah.
We're a big fan.
Huge.
It's a simple delicacy.
Right.
So all we're going to have to do for this, right? I'm going to get your favorite kind of tortilla chip.
Okay.
Juanitas.
I would have to agree with you 100%. Or like those strip chips you can get in the paper bag at Costco.
Oh, yeah.
Either one. Then you're going to want to get some kind of cheese. Doesn't matter what cheese. Whatever cheese you like. I roll with some cheddar. You can do with whatever you want.
I'll get that Mexican blended style.
There you go.
That's what I'd do.
You can either grate it yourself or get it pre-shredded, right?
Probably pre-shredded.
And you want to preheat your oven to about 150. You want to keep it nice and low. If it's too hot, the cheese will burn to the chips.
That's gross.
And then you're just going to want to top all that with some other stuff that might go good on a nacho. Maybe some beans, some green onion.
Right.
And then when they're out of the oven, you want to put some salsa on that.
Maybe some sour cream even.
If you're feeling it, why not?
Okay.
Maybe some guac.
Right.
Yeah. Guac too. Whatever.
Just about anything you want.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
And
maybe even some peanut butter and jelly.
Maybe some salsa.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I already said salsa.
You
did say salsa, yeah.
Okay, whatever. We're moving on. All right, for Helbling's workout of the day, we've got stretches.
We love stretches.
Yeah. Alrighty. So there's some awesome
yoga.
things about stretches, right? So stretches increase your flexibility, obviously, and they make you more athletic, a more well-rounded athlete, and they just help in general for sports, right? So just take some time before a workout or even just during the day, get a short warm-up in, do some jumping jacks, some high knees, and then get right into it, starting off with some leg stretches and just try and hold a stretch for 15 to 20 seconds and then increase, do it for 3 reps.
Yep.
And just increase your reach,
your range of motion
every time, right? And just increase your flexibility, and it'll help you become a more well-rounded athlete.
Personally, I'm a big fan of the butterfly stretch. That one.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Good.
Yep. I also like the downward facing dog. Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's yoga.
Yeah, I mean it's similar. Yoga it has a lot to do with flexibility.
All right, are you guys ready for some news?
Yeah.
It's not like important news, but it's news nonetheless.
Enjoyable news.
So a family in Virginia found a bag filled with $1 million while on a drive through the countryside. The Shantz family had to swerve to avoid a large bag filled with cash that was in the middle of the road. And rather than keep it for themselves, they turned it into the police to teach their children a valuable lesson in honesty.
Now, I admire their moral compass, but I definitely couldn't have done that.
You could tell your children
Yeah.
the right thing to do would be turn it in. But
Do as I say, not as I do, right?
Exactly.
For certain. Okay, now police in Boston, all right, were tasked with capturing a runaway peacock, and used some quick thinking when they downloaded a peacock mating call app. The app was indeed successful, and they were able to return the bird to its home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like to hear that.
What, the peacock
The
mating
peacock
call?
returned. Well,
Oh.
yeah, I'd also be interested to see what a peacock mating call sounded like, but
Yeah.
that's for another day, I think.
I thought they just flashed their feathers for a mating call. I
Yeah.
didn't think they had a sound or anything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess the mating call would be what the female makes because they don't have the elaborate feathers, really. I don't think.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Wait, so-
maybe it's dual threat, though.
Yeah, right,
The call
right.
and the feathers.
The 2-punch combo, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So for today in history, we have one sort of famous birthday, and it is the current Patriots receiver Julian Edelman, who was born today in 1986.
Nice.
Well, he's kind of a stud. Yeah. Been in a lot of Super Bowls recently with Tom Brady.
Don't like to see it, but
Yeah.
all right. In 1939, Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini signed a military alliance between Germany and Italy, known as the Pact of Steel.
Yeah, and then in 1990, Microsoft released Windows 3.0 today.
Those two things could not have been more completely opposite of each other.
That's true.
And today in 1843, the first wagon train with 700 to 1,000 immigrants departed from Independence, Missouri, headed towards Oregon.
Big day.
It really was.
Yeah. All right. So on Wednesday, we got started on the discussion of Over the Hedge, and we're here to finish it. So, what did you guys think of the movie?
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was pretty entertaining at a surface level when I watched the movie. The characters were pretty funny. There was some good adult humor here and there in the
they
kids
snuck
movie.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I really liked the Verminator. That was funny. And then I liked Nick Nolte's part as the villain, the bear.
Oh yeah.
Nolte, yeah, my bad. Excuse me.
Nick Nolte.
Yep.
I really do appreciate some of the little funny jokes worked in, especially regarding the Verminator.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
They play it off as it's not really a joke, but it is pretty funny.
Mhm,
Like how the trap that he sells the woman is illegal in every state except for Texas.
Yeah,
He does
yeah,
a little-
right.
He does a little
Yeah.
salute.
And he's got an associate's
Yeah,
degree
the-
from VermTech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Associate's degree.
He's pretty qualified.
But I also thought that it was such a there's so much character development throughout
For sure.
it, and I legitimately think it puts other heist movies to shame.
Well,
Like Ocean's 11, get that out of here.
Over the
Really?
Edge is the new heist movie. Hot
It is
take right here.
the heist
The
movie.
heist movie. Okay.
It is the only heist movie.
Okay.
And you can't change my mind about that.
So what would you give it out of 10?
I don't know. I'd probably give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Wow, that's bold.
For sure.
What would you give it, Theo?
I really liked, as Hayden said, the character development was really good. Vern literally came out of his shell at the end, so just awesome. So I would probably give it, I don't know, I grew up watching this movie, and I really enjoy it. I'd probably give it a 7.5, 8.
Yeah, and for me, a hero's only as good as his villain, and Nick Nolte did a really good job as the bear. So for that reason, I'll give it a 7.5. I mean, for me, it could have been better, but I really like the Nick Nolte's part in it
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
I don't know, guys. This movie's up there with the B movie for me. It's just one of those that will never be bad.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's all we've got for today, folks. Tune in on Wednesday where we'll hope to have more announcements from faculty to keep you updated, a new lunch to try, and a discussion of a new movie. Remember to stay safe out there, and we'll see you around. What is it, guys?
It's a great day to be a bear. This is a student-led and organized production. However, it is unaffiliated with Moscow High School. This podcast is brought to you by the student body and received no official endorsement from MHS.